Trusting the God Who Carries Us by Mary Armand. I can never escape from your spirit. I can never get away from your presence. If I go up to heaven, you are there. If I go down to the grave, you are there. If I ride the wings of the morning, if I dwell by the farthest oceans, even there your hand will guide me, and your strength will support me. Psalm chapter 139, verses 7 to 10. My dad provided a beautiful depiction of fatherhood. Maybe not the quintessential version we often seek, but he was hardworking, kind, and long-suffering, especially with me. When I was 5 years old, I was reluctant to leave my mom and go to school, so I convinced my parents to let me skip kindergarten. Back then, kindergarten was a fun year and not required, which is hard to imagine given today's academic expectations. A year later, it was time for first grade, and my parents said I had to go to school with my friends. Unconvinced, I begrudgingly put on my new orange and white striped dress, grabbed my writing tablet and a number 2 pencil, and walked to school with my sister. After just one day, I decided that was enough. Through tears, I declared I wouldn't go back. The next morning, I ran into our small backyard, and my dad followed me, patiently trying to change my mind. After a brief chase, he carried me, set me on the handlebars of his bike, our only form of transportation at the time, and rode me to my second day of first grade. What a beautiful and unusual scene it was. My dad arriving at an elementary school with a 6-year-old riding on the handlebars of his rusty black bike. My dad patiently replayed this scenario for several days, gently carrying me to school, until I realized school wasn't so bad and started walking again. I loved my school days after that, though I did miss those bike rides. When I finally surrendered and let go of my fears and need for control, I experienced the blessings of friendship and education. Both invaluable treasures I would have missed had it not been for my father's persistence. My dad knew what was best, guided me in the right direction, and never gave up despite my stubbornness. God loves us even more than my dad loved me. He pursues and carries us even when we refuse to surrender our will. When we think we know what is best and won't let go, if we ask, He gently nudges us toward the right path. A sense of peace and freedom follows as we release control and trust God to carry us. Just as my dad gently carried and guided me until I accepted the situation, God carries us through hard times with His love and promises found in His Word. Surely your goodness and unfailing love will pursue me all the days of my life, and I will live in the house of the Lord forever. Psalm chapter 23, verse 6. Have you experienced God guiding you through a difficult season? Do you have a father who modeled love? Whether you do or not, have you embraced God's unconditional love and acceptance? If you struggle with an unhealthy image of fatherhood, have you asked God to replace it with His presence?